What is going on, YouTube? Welcome back to Wrestling with Finance, the YouTube financial channel for people who have wrestled with finance in the past and want to do better in the future. And we're going to talk today about something that I've been asked about, actually, strangely enough, by personal friends a lot over the Christmas holiday and the New Year's holiday, and that is, what credit cards should I get next year? Now, there's a lot of stuff that people have misconceptions of with credit cards, and I try to talk about it every few months here on this channel because I do know that a lot of people they're afraid of them, and credit cards can be a scary thing. I know personally because, like I said, wrestled with finance in the past. The first credit card I got, I absolutely blew the limit on and completely screwed up my credit for about 2 years until I fixed it. Now, later in life, I know what I should have been doing then, what I wish my older self now would have told my younger self 20 some odd years ago, and I'm going to now tell you guys this, especially if you're younger out there, or even if you're older and just have bad credit, what credit cards you need to get, what credit cards can give you the best advantage, and how you should go about getting them, and the reasons why. Before we get into that though, I want to let you guys know that down in the description box, I do have some links if you guys want to check out some of those credit cards. Now, the links down in the description box, some of them are affiliate links and some of them are not affiliate links. I have some information links. If you just want to check out the information on them, check those out. But there's other stuff down there as well for free crypto, free stocks, and some nice, sweet sign-up bonuses for some Chase credit cards. And I'll be talking about Chase credit cards in this video, but check that out if you want to. Give that stuff a look, and I will now tell you guys what credit cards you might want to look into for 2022. And again, like I said, a lot of people go, well, why do I want to get another credit card? The usual stigma amongst the average person, not people who are into finances and stuff, but is that if you get a credit card, that just like equals debt to them. Like, oh God, I'm gonna have to pay a bunch of stuff every single month. I'm gonna have to make a payment every single month, yada, yada, yada. And it's like, well, no, not if you pay off the card. And the way I treat my credit cards now is a lot different than the way I treated them before. I did remember seeing one person who was on a video I was watching and in the comment section, and they were talking about how, well, my sister's got credit cards and they got to pay this debt forever and a day because they racked up the credit card. I didn't get a credit card, so I'm better off and smarter than them because I didn't get a credit card ever. You're both doing it wrong. As you'll see in some of the cards I'm going to talk about today, you get a lot of perks, and not just the cash back and the travel rewards and all that stuff is awesome, but there's tons of other stuff in there that I want to talk about. Lots of protection plans, insurance, lots of discounts on things that you use that you don't even know about. There's some things I didn't even know I got discounts on, and I looked up my card statement. I was like, oh crap, I didn't even know I got cash back on freaking giant groceries and using stuff like Amazon and stuff. So there's a ton of those in there, and we're going to talk about them in this video. Now, the first two I'm going to talk about are Chase cards, because Chase is probably the best company when it comes to giving you cash back and travel rewards. And the first one is the Chase Freedom Unlimited card, and the other one is the Chase Freedom Flex card. Now, for the Chase Freedom Unlimited card, there is no annual fee. There's 1.5% cash back on all purchases, 3% on restaurants, takeout, drugstore purchases, 5% on travel, and you get the $200 cash back bonus. So if you spend the minimum spend in the 3-month period, which most of these are 3 to 4 month period spend times, they will give you $200 in cash back, which is pretty awesome. And it depends on which card that you have. Most of these cards do have benefits where you get discounts on using Lyft if you need to go take a ride to the airport for your free travel, or DoorDash if you want to order food or groceries and stuff like that. If you're a person that likes to stay home, or maybe just don't have the time to go out during the day and need to get groceries, you can use your Chase Flex card and get some cash back, or not have to pay the delivery fee, or not have to pay certain other fees that you get charged when you use stuff like DoorDash. So that's definitely a benefit to it as well. The Chase Freedom Flex card also comes with shop runner rewards, trip cancellation and interruption insurance, auto rental collision, damage waiver. There's cell phone protection up to $800 per claim or $1,000 per year, extended warranty protection plans. Most of these cards have those benefits with it, with travel insurance, with reimbursements, car rental insurance, as I said, cell phone insurance. If you have purchases, like major purchases, you buy a laptop and a laptop, you take it home and it fries for some reason, you have some purchase protection on that you can get reimbursed on that. Whereas if you pay for that in cash, You don't have the protection on it unless you buy the extra protection from Best Buy or whatever store you're getting it from. The cool thing too about these Chase Freedom cards is you can have both of them at the same time. So you could technically apply to both of them at the same time. I'll talk about applying to cards and how you should do it because there are some restrictions and limits on it and things you should be aware of before you just start applying to a bunch of different credit cards. Don't do that at the same time. Now, if you purchase a lot of stuff on Amazon, Amazon does have a Prime card. The Prime card is a little bit hard to get. It has been noted that there are some people who have like 700 plus credit scores that get denied for the Amazon card, but the Amazon card does come with a lot of perks. So I would say if you do a lot of shopping on Amazon and you are an Amazon Prime member, it makes just absolute sense to get the Amazon card. The Prime card has no annual fee, 3% cash back on Amazon and Whole Foods. So if you go to Whole Foods, you get a cash back on that, 2% on dining and gas in drugstores, and 1% on everything else. It is a good card. Again, if you're a person who shops a lot on Amazon and you have an Amazon Prime membership, which there's like over 180 million people, I think, that have an Amazon Prime membership. There's a lot of people. I don't have one. I don't use the Amazon Prime card. But I am thinking about getting it because I'm thinking about signing up for Amazon Prime this year. So this is one of the cards that I'm looking into getting in 2022. The next one up is one of the travel cards, and I love travel cards. As a lot of you guys know, I did go to Vegas for free this past November, which was absolutely fantastic. That was the first time I actually really started using the points for my cards, and there's just a sense when you get to go on a trip to Las Vegas and you realize I didn't pay anything for the hotel. I didn't pay anything for the flight. I didn't pay anything for baggage check. I didn't pay anything for this. All I did was use the points that I got on my card. I got most of that stuff by just buying the stuff that I usually would have bought anyway. And for me, it's usually but most of my money, I honestly is spent on groceries and stuff like that. So as much as I buy in groceries and some Home Depot stuff, because I'm a woodworker and stuff like that, I get cash back on all of that stuff. But this particular card, this is a brand new card that's come out and it has some pretty sweet deals, including 100,000 bonus points when you make the minimum spend within the first couple of months. Now this one's a little bit higher because usually I say it's about a 3-month period. This one is a 6-month period to spend $10,000. So roughly speaking, to figure out whether or not this is a right card for you, I would go and look at my budget from every single month, or even just go and look at last month in your bank statement and just see how much you spend on gas, how much you spend on restaurants, how much you spend on groceries, and how much you spend on the normal stuff that you usually buy every single month. If it's over $1,500 that you spend between groceries and gas and blah, 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 blah that you usually buy every month, this is a card that you should get. And the reason I say that because $10,000 sounds like a very intimidating factor, but when you think it's over the course of half a year, a lot of people do spend $10,000 over the course of half a year. So just on groceries and stuff like that and normal everyday things. So it might be something to consider, but I would again say that you should go check your budget or just check your last bank statement and see where you're spending your money and if you're spending that much normally anyway. If you're not and you're spending a lot less, I wouldn't go and get this card and just try to meet the spend. You should never do that. You should never just go get a card and then try to up your spending just to meet the bonus points. You shouldn't do that. It kind of defeats the purpose of what I'm talking about. The Chase One Venture X card, which again is a brand new travel card, it does come with a $395 annual fee. However, that annual fee is very much offset by all of the other stuff you get with this. 2 times the miles on all other purchases, insurance coverage, a $300 travel credit, so you've kind of knocked down the annual fee right there to $95, plus a $200 vacation rental credit, so you've kind of eclipse the annual fee at that point if you use those. A 10,000 mile anniversary bonus, which also kind of eclipses the annual fee somewhat. Unlimited access to airport lounges, a $100 credit for a global entry, trip cancellation insurance up to $2,000, and trip delay reimbursement for trips delayed more than 6 hours. And you get cell phone protection and a lot of the other insurance and perks that I mentioned with some of the other cards. Again, this card is fairly new. This is a pretty decent card. Again, the entry level for this card is a bit higher than some of the other cards I talked about with the Chase cards. But again, as I mentioned, with all of those cashback perks, $300 here, $200 there, you get 10,000 points for just having a card for a year. They give you this, they give you that, you get lounge access. That $395 annual fee pretty much pays for itself by all the other stuff that you get. So if you travel a lot or you plan on doing some decent traveling, you want to get some of these perks and you want the insurance, and you normally spend around $1,500 a month on your usual items that you buy for yourself in your life: clothes, food, gas, groceries, etc., 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 and bills. You can include your bills, monthly bills, cell phone bill, etc. in that. If that is over $1,500, you might want to think about looking into this card. The last one I want to talk about is the IHG Reward Premier's credit card, which I just recently got. And yeah, I got this about 3 weeks ago, finally applied for it. This card gives you 125,000 bonus points plus a free hotel stay, a free night of hotel for spending $3,000 within the first 3 months. That's a pretty damn sweet deal. There's a little bit of a catch to some of these things, and especially with Chase, because 125,000 points for one card is not worth the same amount across the cards. But what you can do is, if you have multiple Chase accounts, you can transfer your Chase points from one card, where say that 1 point is worth, like, let's just, for the sake of the argument, say on this card, 1 point is worth 50 cents, but on the other card that you have, the points are worth 80 cents. You can transfer the points from this card to the other card, and then your points are going to be worth that 80 cents instead of the 50 cents. So that's another trick. You can do that right on Chase's website. I'm actually kind of surprised they allow that, but hey, people have been taking advantage of it for a long time. It's actually within the rules of what they have that you can transfer your points. So again, you might as well take advantage of it. You also get additional 10,000 points if you spend $200,000 in 1 year, which again, a lot of people probably do spend $20,000 in 1 year. 25 times the points on IHG hotels and resorts, which are pretty nice. 2 times the total reward points per dollar. Reward anniversary year each night, so you get another free year if you hold the card for 1 year. You get a 4th reward night for free when you redeem points to stay 4 nights or more. And of course, you get the DoorDash perk. Now, this card does come with an $89 annual fee, but again, like I just said, they give you, first off, you're getting multiple free nights from the points anyway for the 125,000 points. Then you're getting a free night with the addition of the 125,000 bonus points. Then you get an anniversary credit of another free night of hotel. So if you figure your average hotel stay is between $150 to $300, the $89 annual fee, they basically give it back to you as long as you go somewhere and rent out a hotel. You get your money back. It doesn't even cost you anything. This is one of the main reasons why I got this card, because again, I plan on doing a lot of traveling this year, and having cards like this make traveling a lot easier. You get a lot of travel protection. You get a lot of travel insurance. From between the points that I already have, which is somewhere around 200,000 travel points, and the points I'm getting from this card that I just got, which is another 125,000 points, plus 2 free nights over the next year, I'm basically not going to be paying for hotels at all coming up. Anywhere I go in 2022, I've got enough points. I'm not paying for hotels at all. I do get some pretty nice upgrades to some suites. I have used it once. I used it once last week when I did a little bit of traveling over the weekend during the holiday season, and I didn't even know. I didn't even know. And I went there, and a lady at the desk, she's like, "Oh, you qualify if you want to get this suite." And I was like, I didn't even know I qualified, because I didn't even know I had just been upgraded in my status on one of my cards. And I was like, oh, okay. She's like, yeah, it's part of your Gold Club membership. Do you want the room? I'm like, yes. Now that I've used this stuff and I've used the benefits, and I see how it makes travel a lot better, and it makes it a lot more accessible by just basically being a responsible person and paying my bills on time. Yeah, I think you guys should probably check some of this stuff out. Again, this is not financial advice, though. I can't tell you to use this, because each one of you out there watching this video, I don't know your financial status. You may only spend $500 a month. Some of these cards might not be for you. Maybe get some of the lesser cards, the ones I talked about at the beginning, and you might want to get cash back. Some other people, you may spend more money. You might want to do the travel. The point is that there's a lot of free stuff that they're giving out with these cards, a lot of things that people aren't aware of that come with credit cards, and credit cards should not be feared. They're tools, much like any other tool. It's kind of like using a drill. Like, you could use a drill if you use it wrong and drill through your hand, but if you know how to use a drill properly, you can build things like desks and tables and workbenches and all kinds of stuff if you know how to use it properly. It's all about knowing how to use the tools. If you don't know how to use them, you can hurt yourself. But if you do know how to use them, there's a lot of stuff you can accomplish. But I want to know what you guys think about this. What do you think about some of these credit cards for 2022? Are any of them of interest to you? Are you an Amazon Prime user? Do you just want to get some cash back? Do you want some of these sweet travel perks that you get? Let me know. Let your voice be heard in the comment box below. Until next time, I will see you guys in here for more of these reviews, as we are now in 2022, a brand new year. Lots of crazy stuff coming up in the stock market, crypto space, and with credit cards, and I'll be talking about them all here throughout the year on Wrestling with Finance. Thank you guys for watching, and have a good day.